Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, another update has hit. Age of Mythology Retold update 19.3090. This is our latest update for Age of Mythology Retold. Lol. Okay, this release continues our ongoing efforts to improve overall stability, performance, and polish across the game, plus fixes, balance changes, quality of life update, touching gameplay systems, UI, audio localization, and modding tools, along with the release of our newest DLC, the Ultimate Fan Pack, the second offering within the expansion pass. As always, these changes are aimed at making your fun escape into the mythic world smoother and more reliable, whether you're running the gauntlet, competing online, or creating new experiences in the editor. So the Ultimate Fan Pack is now available. This comes with all of these bad boys and all the other good stuff there. Celebrate your passion for Age of Mythology Retold with the Ultimate Fan Pack, a new optional content pack designed for our most dedicated fans, and the second release in the Age of Mythology Retold expansion pass. The Ultimate Fan Pack focuses on exclusive cosmetic and collectible content, offering new ways to personalize your experience and show off your love for the world of Age of Mythology. Whether you're jumping into multiplayer, comp stopping the AI in skirmish, or admiring the finer details of the game, this pack adds extra flair without impacting gameplay balance. So what's included? The Ultimate Fan Pack delivers a curated set of premium cosmetic rewards created to complement the core Retold experience while giving long-time fans something special to call their own. These items are purely visual and are designed to integrate seamlessly with the existing game presets and include golden major god statues in skirmish and multiplayer games, 16 new profile icons highlighting every major god, including the Chinese, Japanese expansions, exclusive pantheon profile icons for the core 4 Greek, Egyptian, Norse, and Atlanteans, and a special supporter icon player name treatment. I have no idea what this is, so we'll see what that is. Maybe there's something cool that you can change your name to. This release is a celebration of the community that has supported Age of Mythology Retold. The Ultimate Fan Pack is a way of saying thank you, offering optional extras for players who want to go a step further in expressing their fandom. Owners of the expansion pass get access to the Ultimate Fan Pack now alongside this update. Jump in, personalize your experience, and enjoy everything Age of Mythology Retold has to offer. I have to say, I'm like totally cool with this type of thing being added in. I think that having like cosmetic things to set your own stuff apart is kind of cool. I wouldn't mind them changing other things. Give my Lampedes a cool hat. You know what I mean? That kind of like small stuff. It would be fine for me. Let me know what you guys think in the chat section, the comment section below. What you guys think about sort of cosmetics in your gameplays, in your games. I don't think this is a terrible thing. I think it's kind of cool. We'll see how it looks in game when we get there. All right, so we've got the stability and performance, minor improvement to save serialization, minor engine improvements, fix crash rate. I'm sort of skipping through this because I want to see if there's anything to do with like replays or anything like that. But I'm not seeing this. That's the case. But that's okay. Let's keep skipping over this and jump down to the gameplay. This is what we want. Fix the bug in the AI that caused it to track empowered states for non-Egyptian pantheons unnecessarily. Fix the bug that caused AI-controlled attack routes to sometimes not ignore paths that have been marked as ignored. Fix the bug in the village priority system that caused trained villagers to ignore the rally point when it is set to a temple. Fix some minor data errors that affected the walrus, water buffalo, and rhinoceros. These data issues should not have directly affected gameplay. Remove redundant flags on Icarus that don't make sense for flying units, including logical type earthquake attack, logical type valid meteor target, logical type valid frost target, logical type valid shockwave target. They buffed Icarus! Are you kidding me? Harpy and Siren are now correctly flagged as Mythic Age units and have their base stats modified to account for this change. And the Lycaon will now correctly gain a significant amount of hack and pierce armor while transforming into an Alpha Lycaon. Is that another buff to this unit? Like, that's crazy. Okay, fixed a bug that, I don't know. I don't even know what that means, but okay. Fixed a bug that caused Arcadia Meta to disappear when cast on the edge of the map. Thank you. That's a really good one. That was really annoying. Had no idea why it wasn't working. I'm like, guess I can't cast on the edge of the map, but now you can. Selection of Lycaon villages and Alpha Lycaons is no longer considered a shared selection. This change should help ensure it is easier to separate instructions between units used for economic military purposes. Okay. Pantheon changes. The Greek pantheon. This is the most important one here. I'm excited to see what they're going to do. We got Demeter. Demeter is part of the Greek pantheon. This is probably the only thing they're focusing on at the moment. I'm not going to lie. Mythic Age god choice changed from Hephaestus to Hera. Wild. I didn't think that they would do this. I believe this is mostly because people wanted to see Hera rather than Hephaestus. They weren't actually happy to see another Hephaestus added to the 4th installment for the Greek pantheon. Hephaestus was a choice for all existing major gods. To mix up the feeling while playing Demeter, you can now choose Hera or Persephone as Mythic Age choices. This change will bring some more variety to the choices of Greek major gods. Saved games with Hephaestus as a choice, like in the Silent Sanctuary mythical battle, will retain that behavior. Okay, so the question I have is, what did they do with Argive patronage if they gave this to Demeter? Because Argive patronage gave you free Myrmidon. So do I get free Harpies? Let's move down and see what else they've changed. Minor God. Arcadian meta god powers have now been modified with the following changes. Flowers added to improve visibility. Effect radius increased 15 to 19. Power blocking radius increased 24 to 28 to account for the active time reduced from 240 to 115. Really? I was super, like, of course, this is my opinion on this whole thing. I was super happy with a 242nd Arcadian meta. I thought this was a really nice amount of time for a defensive god power. It sits there, it protects us for a good amount of time. Now it's gone, and then it's gone. Now it goes down to 115 seconds. That's a lot less time to be happy and be defensive. That's less than 2 minutes. So I think even though it's a buff on the radius going up, I think this is a pretty big nerf. But we'll see how it goes, and if this is going to make Arcadian meta no longer that good. I think it's still going to be a nice god power to use, but we'll see. Communal Hearth now shows a cast radius while manually casting the conversion ability. Okay, Persephone. Sacred Land. Healing now only applies to units that would normally take healing, with the logical type healed unit type instead of all units. This prevents some cases where the technology could have healed unintended units. So they looked at this tech. No, I'm not going to let this slide. They looked at this tech. This tech is useless in the Mythic Age, and they said, we're just going to fix the data on this. I do not understand. This technology is not a Mythic Age technology. What's going on here? What is going on here? Am I wrong? Is that they looked at? I've got the game open. Hang on. Yeah, it's this tech. It's that tech. I don't understand. I'm not okay. I'm not okay with this. Alrighty. That should have been addressed as a very easy data change. Give it some, give farms some food boost for the Mythic Age. It's really, really simple. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to rewrite anything. Add one line of code. It's done. All right, let's move on. Mythic units, Harpy, Demeter base stats adjusted to account for no longer having a plus 20% increase to damage and hit points as Heroic Age unit in the Mythic Age. Okay, so they're just adjusting this for, this isn't even a balance change. This is them just changing the tags that they should have already had on them so that it's the same thing. Okay, the Siren, same deal there. The Siren now has a 2x multiplier against myth units, so just like the same as everything else. And it can attack buildings. Apparently it couldn't do that before. Okay. Okay. Heroes. We've got Icarus. No longer deals friendly fire. So a buff. King Midas adjusted with the following changes. Hit points increased to 620. Hacker armor increased to 30%. Pierce armor increased to 45%. Movement speed increased to 4.5. Hand attack changed from 17 hack to 16 divine. Holy moly, that's a crazy huge buff. Okay, attack speed adjusted to be slightly faster. Midas's touch now goes from 700 to 450. Midas' touch conversions now create statues with 350 gold, reduced from 500 to 350. Okay, let's read the developer note and then I'll respond if there is anything for me to respond to. King Midas was underperforming as Mythic Age hero. These changes will help to further improve the viability of using King Midas. The hit point changes put King Midas above Heroic Age heroes. This extra health will increase his survivability during fights. That's fine. The increase in movement speed will help him close the gap while chasing units to trigger Midas' touch. It's only a tiny move speed boost. He's mostly a tank anyways, right? That's the whole idea. The 450 threshold for Midas' touch should make it more likely for statues to appear during a single real fight to prevent games where no statues are created. The gold value of units created. So basically, I think the whole idea here is they say, well, let's try and get more gold on the map. It's going to be faster to mine through or eat through with the... No, you can't get the Colossus anymore. That's kind of a sad change in a way with the Hephaestus not being there. But the gold can get mined faster. I guess your opponent can eat it with the Colossus if they somehow manage to have it. And some houses, or not houses, but buildings can still come down faster. I don't know how this is going to go with the 16 divine damage. It's a huge boost, but it's probably what Midas needs to stay... to be a Mythic Age hero. My issue here is you've already got a Mythic Age hero inside of Icarus, which is in the Heroic Age. It's still, and it got buffed. It's a Mythic Age hero in the Heroic Age. That's what that unit is. Now, of course, the developers aren't going to be wanting to jump in and nerf something when a god has got 30-ish% win rate. I understand that, but this unit, when used and honed in onto, is incredibly powerful. So it's not... I don't think it's healthy to have one unit that's just got all of that. I'd rather that power gets spread out into the rest of Demeter. But nonetheless, let's keep going on. We've got some Atlantean changes. Spider Lair updates with the following changes: increase the quantity of eggs from 3 to 4. This god power is already really good. What is this? This is like random, no? This one's random. I don't understand this in the slightest. I think it's probably because Leto doesn't get picked that much, but Leto not getting picked isn't because Leto's bad. It's never been that. Leto's always been really good. All right. Well, now be prepared for your armies to get eaten alive. I'll say the one way you can use this to be really strong is to be making both automatons and spider eggs, and then you're going to basically put your spider eggs on a position you're planning to move towards later in the game. So you drop it like, say, your second gold mine, for example. You're going to drop a whole bunch of spider eggs onto that, and then you're just going to be having your villagers there. Your opponent charges in there with their army. You say, great, come and fight me. They run over the spider eggs. All the units die, and you clean them up. Really nice way to use it. The other alternative is to drop it onto your enemy resources so you can see what's going on there. And when villagers move there, you run over there and fight, and the eggs can be there to help win the fight even more. Okay, Inari or Kami, improve consistency of Swampland, improve the consistency of Kappa spawns to always spawn 9 Kappas. Kappa spawns are concentrated at the center of the power area. Kappa recharge time increase from 6 to 10 seconds. That's actually interesting. So that is a nerf to the Swampland, I believe, which is probably needed. It was very powerful. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to mean from a practical sense, but we are starting to see players going the different gods for the classical age for Japan, and I think that's fair. I think that the scenario Okami is powerful, but it's powerful in certain situations. And those situations will probably continue to be powerful in, so even with a nerf, it's still going to be good. And then we got a whole bunch of modding additions and all the other stuff. What's on the horizon? We wanted to celebrate the community that supported Age Mythology Retold. The Ultimate Fan Pack is all about our most dedicated fans delivering exclusive content, cosmetic and collectible content designed to let players show their love for the game in unique personal ways, whether in matches, menus, or across the broader experience. Alongside ongoing polish and stability updates, the team continues work on upcoming releases with an emphasis on quality, performance, and craftsmanship. We're excited to share more as each release approaches, and we're grateful to our community for helping shape what comes next. Thanks for being part of the Age of Mythology Retold community. We're excited to keep building alongside you. Enjoy customizing your experience with the Ultimate Fan Pack, and we'll see you out there. So there you go. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed on the Demeter side of things. I think there's a lot of stuff that can be improved, a lot, and I know that it's been like a month or something, and these changes probably are decided and set in stone and added like 2 weeks ago from when this balance patch comes out. It's my guess. So realistically, there hasn't been a huge amount of time to actually work on nice reworks to any units, but I'm holding out that we are going to be seeing some improvements to the Siren, some improvements to the Harpy, some improvements to the Dryad, such that, you know, the whole Civ feels a lot better, and then you can start addressing some things that are clearly overtuned. But we'll wait and see, and hopefully it happens in the next week, next month. If you guys have any other things you want to add it along, and we'll see you out there with the gold statues.